Hello there guys, you're listening to Ebird Online and I'm back with another review. So this week is the moment of reckoning for one of our couples. And after successfully circumnavigating Ramadan, Rebecca and Ziad are going to tie the knot. Just before I begin, thank you so much to everyone who subscribed to my channel for all of the support that you've shown me and all of the interaction in my comments section, so thank you so much guys for that. If you haven't done so yet, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click that red button for regular content. And also if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to smash the like button. And so without further ado, I give you Rebecca and Ziad. So we first catch up with this couple and they're in the car driving to the wedding venue. And it would seem that Rebecca's slightly unhappy. She explains to Ziad that although we've known each other for 2 years, they've only actually been in each other's company for 1 month. And she further contends, I'm super stressed out. With everything that's going on with COVID, nothing about this wedding is normal. Rebecca, if it was normalcy you were looking for, perhaps you oughtn't have gone over to Tunisia and found a 27-year-old Muslim for your groom. You're right about one thing, nothing about this wedding is normal. And then Rebecca asked Ziad, you have a jacket? And he said yes, and she said, what colour is it? Red. Red? Red jacket? Yeah. And what colour are your shoes? Blue. Blue? A red jacket with blue shoes? Is it bright red? And Ziad said, yeah. And guys, Rebecca looked very upset at this. But I can't help but think, Rebecca, why would you let Ziad pack his own clothes? You know good and well, it's highly likely he's going to pack the clothes of a toddler. And it has to be said, Rebecca's had to put this whole wedding together herself, and she's extremely tired because she works 60 hours a week. And I can't help but think that Rebecca works too many hours. That's her downfall. If she slept more, she'd have less awake time to make those horrendous decisions she makes. And then Ziad lets her know he doesn't have any trousers. So they decide to go to Target and have a look for some. And Rebecca shopped for Ziad like a little child. And I couldn't help noticing that they were looking in the school uniform department. Guys, they really were. Well, I suppose Ziad does like to wear things a couple of sizes too small. And Rebecca's rolling around the place like a Tasmanian devil. But what I really found funny about this, guys, was Ziad. He tells production, when Rebecca's angry, I just can't do anything. I just watch. And then he starts laughing. And so Rebecca's tearing around the store, frantically pulling anything off the racks. And she's vomiting out questions to Ziad. And she finds a pair of trousers that she thinks will be okay. But she needs Ziad to try them on. She goes over to the changing room and told the assistant, we need to try these pants on. And the assistant told her, unfortunately, there's a global pandemic at the moment and nobody's allowed to try clothes on. And she said, but I really need to see how he looks in these trousers. Mom, there's still a global pandemic on. And Rebecca looked her in the eye and said, we are getting married tomorrow. Mom, there's still a global pandemic on. How will we know if they fit? Global pandemic. And Rebecca said, you've got to be kidding me. Global pandemic. Please. Global pandemic. And so they purchase the trousers anyway and just hope that they'll fit. Meanwhile, Ziad decides to call his sister Waim to tell her he's getting married in a week. And she says, I'm really unhappy that you decided to leave your job, leave your family, leave Tunisia and marry this woman. I don't think that Rebecca really loves you. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're wrong about that because I think she does. And she said, why are you doing it? And Ziad tells her he'll have a better quality of life in the US. And he tells her, take care, and she hangs up. And then Ziad tells us she's married, she has 3 kids, she has her own life. I need to choose me now, and I need to choose my own happiness. And the next time we see the couple, they're arriving at Forest Hills. And Rebecca tells us, it's the day before my wedding. I've got so much to do. And Rebecca tells Ziad she's going to go and see Melanie because her dress doesn't fit and she needs to sort something out. What? Your dress doesn't fit? You only got it a couple of weeks ago. How doesn't it fit already? And Rebecca tells us that because of COVID, Brandon, her son, isn't coming to the wedding and nor is his wife or his kids, but Tiffany's going to be coming. And Rebecca goes to see Melanie in her room and she pulls her dress out of a suitcase where she's just basically stuffed it in, and she pulls it out and it's completely crumpled up. There's no suit cover, nothing. Oh Rebecca, I thought you were taking this marriage seriously. And Rebecca sits down with Melanie and she's in a completely stressed out mood, and she tells Melanie, I'm working 60 hours a week, I'm planning this whole wedding, I've got so much to do, I'm hardly sleeping and nobody understands. Oh Rebecca, they do understand. They just don't really care because it's wedding number 4. But Melanie rode home to the rescue and she said, we've got COVID, You had to get married in a rush because of Ramadan, and fair enough, you're not having the wedding that you wanted, but you are marrying the man that you wanted. And guys, that was the only thing that brought a smile to Rebecca's face. When I say brought a smile, I mean relaxed the grimace. And so next time we see this couple, it's the big day, the day of the wedding, and Tiffany's doing Rebecca's makeup. And as she's contouring her face, she has one last ditch attempt at getting Rebecca to shed £240, i.e. Ziad. And Tiffany said, "Are you sure you still want to marry him?" And Rebecca said, "Yes." And she was very decisive. And Rebecca tells production, "It's not the wedding that I wanted, but I know that I don't want to live the rest of my life without him. I love him." And next we go over to Ziad, who's busy doing his hair. And he was saying, "This is my first wedding." Ziad, I think you should be saying only wedding. But I'm sure that was just a slip up. And he was extremely magnanimous with regard to Rebecca. And he said, "I understand that Rebecca wanted to wait the full 90 days. And he was very grateful that she was rushing the wedding along for him because of Ramadan." And guys, when I was watching him get ready, he was beaming, he was grinning, he was in a really good mood, even though Rebecca's been like a bear with a sore head for the last 3 or 4 days. And I know some of you might say I'm being ridiculous, but I do actually believe that Ziad does love Rebecca, and I think he's in this marriage for the right reasons. And Tiffany's talking to producers, and she says, "I've been to 3 out of the 4 weddings that my mum's had, and the reason I didn't go to the first one was because I wasn't even born." Oh, Tiffany, it's not how many weddings you've been around for, it's how many divorces you've been around for. And unfortunately, if things go wrong, I have the feeling that Tiffany will be the one picking up the pieces. But now it's time for the moment of truth, and Rebecca comes out, and she's got some sort of white corset over the top of her dress because it doesn't fit. But wait, what's this? Oh God. Oh good Lord. It's not Rebecca in a white Cinderella carriage. I really can't hate the hustle. She wanted a fairy tale wedding, and now she's got one. And Ziad's waiting for her at the altar, and he does seem genuinely happy. And when he saw his bride-to-be arriving on a Cinderella coach, he broke into a massive smile. I have to admit, the Gigi's were kinda cute. And Rebecca was walked down the aisle by her son-in-law Micah, and I'm mildly irritated that he decided to wear jeans. I don't know, it's a little bit shady. He's wearing jeans, and Tiffany's all decked out in her funeral attire. And the couple smile at each other and hold hands as they say their vows. And Ziad does look really good. His jacket was maroon and not bright red. He kind of looked a little bit rockabilly. They actually did look quite good together, I have to say. They're both really grinning and smiling, and they gave each other a lovely kiss once the vows were finished. And guys, the Ebird's going to take a leap of faith, because I believe this couple are in love, and I think they've got a very good chance of making it. And then right at the end of the episode, Ziad tells us, "I am so happy and so excited." And then he said to Rebecca, "Why I move now? You are my wife." They're taking photos, and he's literally grinning in every single shot that I see. He tells Rebecca, "I love you, and now I kiss you in every place." Oh, now Ziad, this is a family show. And that's where we leave things for Rebecca and Ziad. So what does the Ebird make from this union? Rebecca didn't have the wedding that she wanted, but I guess on the flip side of that, it would have been a reduced cost. Although I suppose, if I'm honest, Rebecca will only know the true cost of this wedding at the decree nisi. Guys, you know I'm joking. I do actually think these couple are well suited, and just looking at their body language, it seems as if they get on really well. And what I really liked was that when Rebecca was being negative and snapping at Ziad and trying to push him to help organise a wedding in a country he's only been in for 3 weeks, Ziad took the whole thing in his stride. He wasn't rude with her, and he just laughed along. And you can tell Ziad's wise beyond his years when he said, "When Rebecca's angry, I don't do anything, I just watch." Sometimes, Ziad, there's just no point trying to poke the bear. As for Rebecca, she puts a lot of pressure on herself, because as we saw, she wanted this absolutely perfect, beautiful, big white wedding, and that's why she was so stressed. And all of that stress proved unnecessary, as Melanie said. And I hope now that they're going to file for their paperwork, and once Ziad gets a job, he'll be able to contribute financially, and hopefully Rebecca will be able to reduce her hours at work. But I think the MVP of this whole setup is Tiffany. I think Tiffany's going to have to pick up the pieces if it does all go wrong. And it must be very difficult for Tiffany watching this and thinking, is this going to be forever? I don't think so. And just knowing when it does finish, I'm going to have to console my mother again. So guys, let me know what you think. Do you think this relationship can last? Do you think Ziad is in love? Or do you think it's a smash and grab for a green card? Please let me know in comments down below, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, make Ebird a very happy Ebird, smash that red button, and I'll see you soon. You've been listening to Ebird Online, and I bid you good day.